Okay, till now we learned how to create a class, how to create and use objects from that class. Also we learned inheritance types. Now I'll talk about overloading a bit. So what is overloading? C++ allows us to specify more than one definition for a function name or an operator in the same scope. So which is called function overloading and operator overloading respectively. So this is one of the special property for object-oriented logic. So how can we do it? It is very basic, and in this logic, the compiler is doing most of the job. Okay? So let's take a look at the function overloading. So function overloading is a feature of C++ that allows us to create multiple functions with the same name, so long as they have different parameters. Okay? For example, assume that I have two functions that has the same name, let's say basic sum, and one of them is taking two integer values as an argument, and the other one is taking two float variables as an argument. Okay? So if I call the first one, it is going to calculate the sum of two integer values, and if I call the other one, it will calculate the sum of two float variables. Okay? The functions that have similar name and different type or numbered arguments are called overloaded functions. It is very important that overloading and overriding is different kind of features. Okay? We are going to see what is overriding too, but it is another section in this course. Okay? In the function overloading, the trick is dividing the functions from each other by types or the number of arguments that you need to give the function. Okay? The compiler is deciding which function should it call, since you give all the necessary information while calling a function. Okay? So let me give you an example for you to understand this feature easily. I'm opening my Visual Studio and I start typing, including my IOStream library, and after that it is going to be followed by using namespace std as always. Okay, so I am deciding that I need to create a class in here. Let's say its name as print data, and in this class we are going to create two functions that is sharing the same name. Okay, I need them to be public because I need them to be reachable from outside of this class, and let's say the names are going to be print value, and the first one is going to take an integer value as an argument, and in this function we are going to print this integer value to the screen. Okay, so I'm writing cout, and I am printing this integer value to the screen. Okay, so at the end I am giving integer value as an argument in here to print this, and for my second function we are going to write the same function name. The only difference is this is going to take a float variable as an argument. Okay, so I'm writing double and d, and in this function we are again writing I am printing this float variable to the screen. Okay, so again I am giving the d variable in here as an argument, and this is the end. Okay, so in the main function, we are going to need to create an object from the print data class, so that we will be able to use this print data classes two member functions. Okay, so I am creating a object in here. Let's say its name is pd. Okay, so I am calling pd after a dot operator. I am able to see that I have one function that I can use. Okay, so the print value function is usable for pd object, okay, which is created from print data class. So I'm expecting that I need to be able to use two functions of the print data class. Okay, so because this is my parent and I need to use this. Okay, so the helper is this is saying that one overload. Okay, so which means that the print value function is overloaded, so that you can call this print value function with different type of arguments or different numbered arguments. Okay, so I'm selecting this and I need to give an argument, and let's say I need to call print value function with an integer value. Okay, so I'm writing, let's say, 2. So in here, let's say we did some calculations here, and at the end of this main function we need to call this print value function again, but we need to this time we need to call this with a double variable. Okay, so I am writing pd dot print value, let's say 2.2. okay, so in here I'm going to write get character to make this in the screen a bit and return 0. Okay, so I'm compiling it. Now as you see, we have two functions that has the same name but returns different kinds of solutions, and yet the compiler knows which one should it run with the help of argument types in. Okay, so for you to see this, I'm running this and we are able to see that I am printing this integer value to the screen as 2, which is came from here because we called this function with an integer value. Okay, so the other one is I am printing this float variable to the screen, which is 2.2, and this is came from this function because we called this as double, as you see here. Okay, so basically you can say that if we call your print value function with an integer value as an argument, the first one will run automatically and will return the result as I'm printing this integer value to the screen, etc, etc, etc. Okay, so if you call your print value function with a float value, the second one is automatically will run and prints the I am printing this float value, etc, etc, etc. Okay, so as you see, this is a piece of cake. Okay, so hope you understood, and hope you understood the function overloading, and see you in the next video.